Most men think attraction is obvious, but here's the shocking truth. The biggest signs a woman likes you are almost always the ones she hides. That's right. While you're busy overthinking, she's secretly dropping proofs, evidences, and little subconscious tricks that you've probably ignored your whole life. And if you keep missing them, you'll keep getting rejected, replaced, or worse, watch her fall for another man while you wonder what went wrong. This video isn't about generic advice or fake pickup lines. It's about real psychology, the secrets women never say out loud, and the reason she'll always test you instead of admitting her desire directly. I'm going to show you the hidden signs she is interested, how to read her, subconscious reactions, and the exact psychological seduction techniques that make her chase you, think about you all the time, and even question her commitment to anyone else. So, let me ask you, have you ever been around a woman who acted distant, but deep down you felt there was attraction? Have you been confused by her hot and cold behavior, her questions, her little eyes, the way she seems to betray her words with her actions? If you've ever wanted the secrets on how to be irresistible, how to create instant desire, and how to finally attract the right woman without being cheated on, ignored, or replaced, then stop what you're doing and pay attention, because what you're about to learn is the difference between losing another chance or finally winning the kind of love and relationship you deserve. There is something fascinating about the way desire refuses to remain completely hidden no matter how much someone tries to disguise it. A woman may tell herself she is in control, that her feelings are locked behind a polite smile, but her body, her energy, her smallest actions betray her. Attraction is like a fire behind glass. You might not see Tet. He thirsts to flames directly, but the warmth still radiates outward. And if you know how to notice the signs, you will feel it even before she says a single word. That is why men who understand women on a deeper level never wait for obvious confessions. They read the subtle hints. They catch the little details and they move with confidence because they know that seduction happens in silence long before it explodes in words. Think about this. When she's around you, her behavior is never the same as it is with everyone else. She laughs at things that aren't even that funny. She positions herself in a way that keeps you within her frame. And sometimes she interrupts herself just to check if you're still paying attention. These are not random behaviors. They are unconscious invitations. Most men ignore them, thinking it's just friendliness or politeness. But a man who sharpens his perception realizes that the hidden language of attraction is stronger than any spoken sentence. Women are masters of disguise, but desire has cracks, and those cracks are where truth leaks through. And here's the real secret. She actually wants you to notice even while pretending she doesn't. That contradiction is part of the game. She hides because she fears judgment, rejection, or losing her sense of control. But at the same time, she gives away clues because the thrill of seduction is built on being discovered. This paradox makes attraction magnetic. You sense what is unspoken. You feel what is denied. And suddenly the tension becomes irresistible. If you've ever wondered why certain men seem to make women chase them without a fore, it's because they've mastered this delicate balance of reading signals without exposing them too bluntly. They notice, they respond, but they never call it out directly. They let her play the role of mystery while silently pulling her deeper into the game. Picture this scenario. She enters a room full of people, but when she talks, Harry's keep circling back to you. She may pretend she's scanning the environment, but her gaze always lingers a second too, long on your face. She may look away quickly as if catching herself, yet the glance repeats again and again. And the beauty is once you become aware of these cues, you stop chasing women with words and start guiding them with presence. That shift alone transforms the dynamic, making her the one who feels pulled toward you. It's also in her nervous little gestures, the way she tucks her hair behind her ear when you're close, how she adjusts her clothes as if preparing to be looked at, or even how her voice softens slightly when she addresses you compared to others. None of these things are random. They're her unconscious body aligning with her attraction, revealing emotions she might never dare to say aloud. This is the territory of psychological seduction, to recognize the invisible threads she is throwing your way, to let them wrap around you without forcing, and to make her feel that you saw through her disguise while still respecting her need to pretend. But here's where most men go wrong. They either ignore the signs completely, losing the opportunity, or they expose them too directly, making her retreat. The art lies in staying balanced, acknowledging her energy without ruining the game. For example, if she lingers near you, don't say, "I know you like me." Instead, hold her gaze for a moment longer than usual. Smile in a way that suggests you understand more than you're admitting, and then shift the conversation to something playful. That combination of recognition and restraint makes her curiosity grow because now she feels seen without being exposed. Wow. Men find that intoxicating and understand this truth. Desire thrives on mystery. If everything is put on the table too soon, the magic dissolves. That's why she hides. Because in her hiding, the tension grows. Your job is not to force her to confess, but to let her reveal herself piece by piece. Each subtle clue is a breadcrumb, and when you follow them with patience and confidence, you create an atmosphere where she begins to chase you, not the other way around. She will test to see if you really noticed. She will push and pull with her attention. And in that playful dance, attraction becomes irresistible. Attraction at its core is not about what is said. It's about what is almost said, about the gaps between words, about the little betrayals of the body that reveal the truth. That is where seduction lives. And once you start to master this invisible language, you will never see women the same way again. You will realize that every room you enter is full of hidden signals, that every conversation contains layers of meaning, and that women are constantly communicating their desire in ways most men never catch. When you learn to see what is hidden, you stop being just another man in the crowd. You become the man she cannot ignore, the one who discovered her secret without her ever telling it. When a woman feels a deep attraction but refuses to admit it, her behavior becomes a fascinating puzzle of contradictions. She may act cold, distant, even dismissive, but her subconscious body language will betray her every time. This is where men either fail or succeed. Most men only listen to her words, and that's the mistake that gets them ignored, rejected, or replaced by another man who understands the psychology behind these mixed signs. If you've ever asked yourself why she says, "I'm not interested," but still lingers around, laughs at your jokes, or gets jealous when you mention another girl, then you've already witnessed the proofs and evidences of hidden desire. Thetrick is knowing how to read them. One of the strongest signs she is interested but won't admit it is her subtle tests. These little challenges are not random. They are psychological seduction techniques women use instinctively to filter out weak men. She may delay answering your text, act like she's too busy, or even throw out tricky questions about other women in your life. This isn't rejection. It's a test. She wants to see if you'll crumble, chase harder, or maintain your frame like a millionaire man who knows his value. If you fail, she feels safe rejecting you. If you pass, her desire grows because she subconsciously recognizes your strength and confidence. But here's the secret few men understand. When she pretends not to care, she's often protecting herself from her own emotions. Women fear being vulnerable, being cheated on, or falling for the wrong man. That's why she hides her attraction behind walls of indifference, sarcasm, or even fake disinterest. Maybe she touched her arm, maybe she leaned in closer, maybe she laughed in a way that felt personal, and then suddenly, she turned cold. That hot and cold rhythm is not confusion. It's a strategy. She's creating emotional tension because tension fuels desire. It's one of the most powerful psychological seduction techniques. And if you react by chasing, begging, or demanding clarity, you fail her test. But if you stay calm, confident, and let her come back on her own, you pass. And that's when her attraction explodes. Another hidden sign comes from her. Jealousy, even if she'll never admit it. A woman who feels nothing won't care about what you do. But if she suddenly grows quiet when you mention another girl or throws eyes, and a sarcastic comment when she sees you smiling at someone, else that's no tea indifference. It's proof of her emotional investment. She might even use reverse tricks like bringing up other men or talking about how much fun she had without you. Don't fall for the fake narrative. Those are lies designed to spark your reaction to see if you'll reveal your own interest, or if you're the kind of man who won't be easily manipulated. And here's where men need to understand. Crucial lesson. Never reward bad behavior, but always reward genuine connection. If a woman tries to play games, remain unshaken if she offers real warmth. Meet it with masculine steadiness. That balance shows her subconscious that you're not the type to be controlled by tricks or lies, and that makes you deeply attractive. It tells her you're the man who won't be easily replaced. The man she can actually feel safe, desiring, and maybe even committing to. there's also the way she communicates.